I'm gonna wait for my people to come through. What's going on? See if I can get a couple of people up in here. My first time doing a live, so I already know that no firearms, but we're gonna talk about firearms today. It's my first time doing a live. I just want to see how it is. Um, just trying to talk to my peoples before I start talking. I just want to know, like, you know, what y'all plan on getting, if y'all getting anything. Um, I want to know if some of y'all monetize. My boy, what's going on? Sleep So BK Fly. What's up, man? It's my first time, man. It's my first time, man. I went to the range today, man. I haven't been there in a while, so I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, man. I know I'm kind of rusty. Got to get back up there and get back into the swing of things. And I was trying to figure out. I don't know if some of y'all out there. Um, I know if y'all got more than one firearm. Um, how do y'all know which one is the one for y'all to carry every day? Yeah, man, I'm gonna get my feet wet, bro. Gonna get my feet wet. This is my first one. It's my first live. Like I said, I want to talk about this monetized stuff. I really just ain't got time for it, really, but I'm trying. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get into the swing of things. I'm tired of spending my money on, ammo and stuff like that. See if I can get a little something, something, some Skittles coming in. But you know how it is, man. I'm trying to do something, man. Um, it's just getting into this monetized stuff. It's like I'm still learning it, bro. I'm still learning this monetized stuff. I know there's a lot of stuff you can't do. I know with live you can't be touching no firearms or nothing like that. So we're not gonna do that right now. We just gonna I want to talk about today what I was doing. I'm trying to wait for some people to come up because y'all probably can answer some of these questions for me, man. And that's why I love this because we can sit down and we can talk about things. Yeah, we're gonna get you there. We're gonna get you there. Max 45, what's going on? Cheers, fam. What's going on? All right, I got a couple of them. But today, you know what I mean? Got a couple of people up here. But today, what I was trying to do today was I'm trying to figure out, and I'm trying to hold this right. I'm trying to figure out what's my best EDC I could carry. I got too many handguns. I'm trying to stick with one, but I get tired of just having other firearms just sitting in the safe. And I took my Echelon and my Glock 49, and I just was trying some doubles, some triples, two to the body, one to the head. Um, I think that the Glock 49, I picked some Skittles into it, and it does shoot flatter than the Springfield Echelon. But the Echelon does feel good. Um, so, it was a toss up between that. I see you too, bro. I see you. I see you. I see you. Sleeps. We gonna get you monetized, bro. I know you don't care about it. I know you just like to get on here and do your stuff, and do what you like to do. So, but we still gonna get you up there. We still gonna get you up there, no matter what. Yo, to all my family out there, my boy Sleep Soul BK Fly. Get on his channel. Subscribe to his channel. He got good content. He'll keep you going. You know what I mean? They call him G26. He was the first one that I noticed that loved the 26. So, you know what I mean? He damn sure do. Drill, what's up? What's going on? G19 now? Oh, G19 now, he said. Oh, he love that G19. Okay. He love that G19. He done, that's his carry now. But get up on his channel, you know what I mean? Check out his work, man. I know his intros is crazy. He be doing his own intros. What are you talking about, man? Oh, you gonna draw? Yo, I wanted to talk about this, man. This right here, man. This right here. This is what I wanted to talk about. I want to know, how do y'all feel if y'all got a couple of firearms? Which one, you think that's, right for you? How do you know that the firearm is right for you? So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I know we go to the range and we shoot. I know some people, they figure whichever one feels good in the hand, whichever one, you know what I mean, group better. I just want to know your opinion. How do y'all know that the firearm is the one that you're gonna carry for? Um, you know, that's gonna be your number one EDC. That's what I want to talk about today, man. Other than that, man, we could talk about whatever we want to talk about. Like I said, this is my first, you know, live. I just wanted to see how it is, see where we going at with it. I'm gonna be on here for a while, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Gentlemen, ladies, you know what I mean? Frizz, what's going on? G2240. What's good? I got you. I got you. Whatever feels good, whichever one feels good in the hand. I got you. Because when I was shooting the echelon, um, yeah, it was feeling good in the hand, but with the Glock 49, it got that long slide on it, so I think it takes longer to come back. There's a difference between 4 inch, and what's that? That's what, 4.5 inches with the Glock 49. The Springfield Echelon is about 4 inches, like Glock 19 size. So it is a big difference. I was trying to I'm still learning the dot. Maverick 7222. What's going on? So yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm still working on the dot. I could tell you when I went to the range and I was shooting the doubles, um, I really wasn't, looking at the dot. I just was just trying to hit them doubles, and I know by looking at some videos, if they coming straight up and down, that's good. But then when you got something that's coming across, sideways and all that, that got to be my support hand. Still working on that. So there's some things I'm working on, man, that, you know, I just gotta get back into it. I just gotta get back into it, man. Y'all niggas be up here talking about, are you black, man? People ain't got nothing else to do. Know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, I'm not worried about people, you know what I mean, getting on here. That's what people do, man. It's all good, man. It's all good. I laugh about it. Hey, if you ain't got no haters, then you doing something wrong. So other than that, it is what it is. You know, still got love for people. I ain't got no hate. I ain't got no hate for nobody. I don't want no trouble. So yeah. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out some things, you know what I mean? You know, I know one thing, handguns are kind of harder shooting than, you know, PCCs and you know, AR-15s and stuff like that. Oh, how can I own a handgun in New York? Well, let me tell you, even though New York dude got licensed to carry, I'm not in New York right now. I was born and raised in New York. I'm still a New York baby, but I had to get out of there because of all the rules and stuff that they got in New York. So I'm not in New York no more. So yeah, but still represent my town. Still represent. Still represent. Oh yeah, they taking all the rights away in New York. Only thing about New York that I love about New York is the fact that when you go party, if you still partying, you know, that's the only thing good about New York right about now. Other than that, my family still live in New York. I still go and see them. But New York is just a money pit. That's what it is, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you. This channel is keeping it real. Now, you could be up here and you know, you can say things that really don't matter to me, but if you want to know something that I know, then it is what it is. But it's still people out there that got license to carry, but you just can't carry them in a lot of places, and that sucks. So, yeah, yeah, you can't do too much in New York, man. I had to get out of there, but still represented. You know, born and raised there. You know what I mean? Born and raised, can't front. Still love it, but you got to work 3 or 4 jobs just to survive out there. Not me. I did my time in New York. Can't do it. I go back. I'm like an hour and a half away. Whatever. You know what I mean? So what's good with two H2O? What's going on? Okay. Need some chapstick. I got you. I understand. It's all good. It's all good. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, since you're talking that shit, she's talking that shit. I got some bliss sticks right here. So since you're talking that shit, there you go. There you go. I laugh at all the shit y'all come up here with. It's no problem with me. I'm still gonna do live. I'm still gonna do it. Don't matter. This shit is cool to me. I can do this and this is what we do. That's one thing about New York. All we do is bust on people. So if you want to sit there and try to bust on me, I got jokes too. What's going on, Marcel? What's going on with everybody? How y'all feeling? Everybody doing good out there? I hope so. Well, if you down here, it's about to start snowing again on top of snow, so it's cold. So I had to go to the range today, get that stress off of me. Other than that, yeah, had to go to the range. Haven't been there in a while, so yeah. But let me know since y'all on this live with me, who's monetized? Who's monetized on y'all, you know, on your channel? You know what I mean? Let me know what the monetization is about. Let me know some of the things that's good. And it's so funny that I'm monetized and I just started getting monetized. And it really don't bother me because I got a job, but at the same time, I'm tired of spending my money on just necessities. You know what I mean? I need some, I need to get me some rounds, some Skittles. So if you want to help a brother out, on the channel, help me out. Hey, mother said a closed mouth don't get fed. But I'm on here just to talk about, firearms. I ain't touching no firearms. Ain't doing none of that, YouTube. We just on here talking. Like I said, I'm just trying to, you know, get myself together as far as with these firearms and learning, you know, learning. I shot my, my PCC today, chamber the 9mm. I got to work with that a little bit more. The stands, some things I need to work with. So some things I need to work with. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Enough respect. Over here when we do this, I always consider my peoples as family. I might not know y'all, face to face, but y'all give me good advice. That's one thing I like about, having the channel. Because if it's something that I don't know or somebody don't know, at least my peoples uh, leave a comment on, to help somebody else out. You know, that's how I started. I started asking questions on people's, channel. You know what I mean? Um, I like to see I like the one with Guns Out TV. I like his channel. Dr. T, how you doing? If y'all don't know about Dr. T, go to her channel and subscribe to her channel. She give you great advice about New York, licenses and things you could do in New York. That's my sister right there. She give you great advice out there. Jacob Cooper, what's going on? You too, brother. You know what I mean? But like I said, Dr. T, how you doing? How you feeling today? Dr. T, out of everybody that I know, Dr. T, the one that got me to get monetized. That's my girl right there. That's my girl. That's my girl right there. She showed me how to set it up. She showed me how to do a lot of stuff as far as, monetize. She picks up the phone. Enough respect, ma. Enough respect. Enough respect. But like I said, y'all, I'm still learning this monetized stuff. I'm still working on the dot. Who's just getting started with the dots? You know what I mean? Who's just getting started with the dots? Y'all let me know. You know what I mean? I'm just really getting used to the dots. I'm more of an iron sight type of person. You know what I mean? I can shoot good with iron sights, but your boy getting older. You know what I mean? I'll be 53 next month. I'm still happy to be here. You know what I mean? I want to know what y'all picking up. Anybody picking up something? Anybody picking up a new, firearm? Oh yeah, I got an AR. All I need is one. What's up, little bro? I see you, little bro. My brother on here. He from New York. He got his license. Yeah, I got one AR. I really want to get more ARs, but right now I don't have no outdoor like some people have. So I really don't really get into it. That's why I got my PCC. Um, it's more like an AR. It got all the things that the AR lower and everything, the charging handle. So I work with that. So I'll be used to if I need to pick up an AR, I'm good with that. Daniel Defense are crazy. They really are crazy. I like them too. They one of the best. You know what I mean? But when it comes down to them Skittles, just got to put my head down. Just got to put my head down on that. Them Skittles, boy, them things. But I can't see myself getting another AR because, like I said, I'm not outside. To me, getting an AR, I gotta be shooting at least 100 yards away. You know what I mean, to get my reps in, and I'm not outside, so you know, I'm not outside. You know, I'm in PA. If I do go outside, it's gonna be a good hour and a half away just to go outside. But Daniel Defense are good. You know, anybody got anything special they trying to pick up? I know they got the. I might be going to the gun show tomorrow, just to see what they got. Probably pick up some food. You know what I mean, so I can have. But that's about it. I don't know. I do want to double stack. 1911 or 2011. They got some good ones out there. Um, they got Mac Nines. They got Fusion. They got um, what's that? They got a couple of good, affordable 1911 double stacks out there that are looking good. Um, EAA Witness coming out with some good stuff. That's about it for me. Like I said, that's all I need is a double stack 1911. Um, but being into this, this firearm stuff is like you say that's all you're gonna get, but you always get something else. You always get something else. I am still waiting for them to bring out the Glock 30 Gen 6. I would like to see them bring that out. I already know if they bring out the Gen 6 43X, them things gonna be looking crazy. Um, I haven't shot the Gen 6 yet, so I don't know. Anybody in here got a Gen 6? Anybody in here got a Gen 6? Let me know. How do they shoot? How do they feel? I know people saying the thumb ledge be getting hot after a while. I don't know. I haven't shot one yet, so I can't tell y'all what it is. So, but the Daniel Defense are some good ARs to have. But whatever we get, we gotta train with them. We gotta train with them. We gotta train with whatever we got. We really gotta get into that training. Gen 5, yes, Dr. T. I'm still enjoying the Gen 5. Tell you the truth, I do want to send the lower away and just get a stipple. Really, if you got a Gen 5, that's all you got to do because that's really the major thing that they did with it. So I just don't like sending my stuff away. It takes a long time to get back, and I don't like waiting too long. So that's just me. So I just deal with what I got. I've been working with the CZ P10C. Um, I still got my um, Canic Prime. Still working with that. Like I said, I got the G49. Um, I carry my Shield Plus. A lot of places because that's a great carry option right there. I know Dr. T, you like your Glock 48. Um, I got the G22 40 cal. I got the you know G23, 40 cal. Yeah, I got a couple of toys. You know what I mean? But I'm just trying to settle with that, just that one. Captain, what's going on? How you feeling? KHA 13 slide. What's going on? My brothers, I see y'all. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Nas is one of the top best rappers out there. Yes, sir. He is a real cool dude, man. He don't do too much. Stay out the way. That's what he do. He stay out the way. But they've been really falling off. Like ain't really too many, good rappers really right now that's coming out of New York. Um, I thought that Pop Smoke would be the next big thing, but you know, haters gonna hate. Things happen. You know what I mean? You know, these days you can't do nothing with nobody because you know they do what they do. Yeah, you gotta bump that old stuff. You gotta bump that old hip hop. Get you started. Get you started. Yep. And that's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about getting some new earplugs that I can listen to my music and still go to the range and shoot and you know can listen to my music and stuff like that. Oh, I didn't even know he did a movie premiere at the film fest. Dang, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. But that's what's up. He is a good guy, man. He's a good guy, man. He stay out the way. That's how you supposed to. You don't hear nothing about him in the news, no nothing. That tells you something. That tells you something. He ain't gotta be popular. He ain't gotta be. He know who he is. In his skin, he know who he is. A lot of them want to be, you know, get that 5 minutes of fame. But him, he just stay out the way. He just stay out the way. So what's going on with everybody? Everybody good out there? Like I said, this is my first one. Um, it's my first live. I'm gonna try to do some probably like every week, every Friday or something like that. You know what I mean? I know a lot of us we going through life and things is crazy out here. You know, all you can do is just stay out the way, stay out the way, stay out the way. That's it. That's all you can do is stay out the way. I know they have, and I want to get back to these firearms. Um, I know everything is basically, you know, level like handguns. Everything you talk about, you got to throw Glock in there. But tell me, Andrew, what's going on? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know I got to get the other one, the other blue and white one, the baseball cap. Okay, okay. Like I said, I ain't know nothing about that. I ain't know nothing about that. But I know a lot of people still like the Glocks. But are y'all thinking about putting the Glocks down and working with something else? I know a lot of people don't like the Glocks. I know a lot of people do. But I know a lot of stuff is coming out. I know a lot of stuff is coming out that a lot of people talk about, they getting tired of, you know, dealing with Glock. I think that's gonna make a hit on Netflix. Everybody still love Nas though. Yeah, and that's a good one though. I believe that will hit the. I think that will hit the streams real good. I think it will. I know people need to wake up though. People need to wake up quick. People need to wake up quick because all the stuff is going on out here. It is definitely going to be, you know, worse than what it is now. So, yeah, like I said, I'm just coming on here. It's my first live. Um, I'm just trying to do what I can, you know, trying to build my subscribers up, trying to, talk to my peoples. I call y'all my family because, like I said, if I have a problem, I always get on here and talk about it. You know what I mean? And my people's always good, and they always tell me, keep it up. So thank y'all for the support. You know, everybody needs support. Ain't nothing wrong. Just because we men, don't be scared to, you know what I mean? Let people know what's going on. So, yes, sir. I like this. I like this. I like this. I like talking to my peoples. You better with age. Oh man. Oh man. If y'all still in there, what y'all like? What y'all like? What y'all like? Let's talk. What y'all like? What y'all thinking about getting? Y'all think about picking anything up with tax season is coming around. I know y'all got other things to do, but I know y'all are gonna go pick up something. So what y'all thinking about getting? What kind of firearm y'all thinking about getting? Put it in the comments. Stacking it, yeah. Yeah. Put that thing right in the savings or trying to find, something that you could, put it to and double it. Yep. And double it. You want to know one of the things that I want to talk about since I'm on here? You know, we have a lot of people that know about stocks and stuff like that, but it seems like, you know, our people don't want to show other people how to do it. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Because you put some of your money into stocks, you know, and just let it grow. You know, I don't know nothing about it, but I would like to get into stocks. I would like to get into stocks, put my money into something. You know what I mean? If you have some people that's around, you put your money up, you know what I mean? Start getting into real estate, buy one house, you know what I mean? Fix it up, you know, rent it out, you know, get another one, you know. It's for the family, man. It's for the kids. We gotta leave our peoples with something. So I would like to do that. You know what I mean? Especially getting into stocks. Getting into owning your own business. You know, we could do it. We could do it. I know we need to just stop sitting back. Not doing it. You know what I mean? Just get up there and just do it. Do it. Just read up on stuff and do it that way. Whatever you do, just read up on it. Yeah, yeah. Getting into that stocks, man. Getting into stocks, putting that money into something. You know what I mean? We waste a lot of money doing other stuff. We do. We waste a lot of money doing other stuff. You know what I mean? Put a couple of hundred, put a couple of, stacks down, put it into the stocks, let it build, you know, but if you don't know how to do it, I guess you got to read up on it. You really got to get into it. There's a lot of stuff that you can make money off of. Just can't sit around and just because the banks ain't doing it. You put your money in a savings account, they're only giving you like 1%, you know, and they the ones that's taking your money and doing something else with it. So they making money off of your money. So I think that's the best way to do it. Get some properties. When you get the properties, at least you got something, you got some equity that you can hold on to, you know, for the kids. Yeah. Especially when you're sitting around and you talking about how, you don't want to work for nobody. You got to save up that money and put that money to something. I know a lot of us sit back and I know a lot of us made money back then till we sit back and be like, Dad, you know how much money I could have had if I would have been saving up? Yeah, I know a lot of us sit back and think about that sometimes. A lot of us sit back and think about how much money they had before and they didn't save it up. So you got to let that money work for you. Let that money work for you. Especially if you're tired of working for somebody, you got to let that money work for you. I like this. I like talking to y'all. Yeah, you got to stash. You got to stash that money. You got to stash that money, put it up. You know, things you got to stop doing, for a little bit. Put that money to the side and just let that thing grow. Let that money grow. Next thing you know, I got this thing that I do every week. I put $50 to the side every week, and I do that for a whole year. And then when that whole year ends, I take it out and I find, what I done made that whole year, and then I put it into like my 401k or something like that, or find a good bank that I could put it into that got more interest on it, so I could, build off of that. So I'm just trying to get on here, man, and we could talk about anything, man. There's a lot of people going through, a lot of stuff that they don't want to talk to nobody about. I go through stuff, and it's kind of hard when you ain't got nobody to talk to. So, if y'all want to get on here and talk to your boy about anything, if I can help out any kind of way I can, then let me know. You know, everybody need a good word. You know what I mean? So I like doing this. I think I'm gonna do it again. We're gonna talk about more stuff. Um, get more people, involved with this live, and you know, come up with some good stuff. I would like to, get with some of my peoples. I think this year I might be, trying to come up to where some of my peoples is at and go shooting with them. You know what I mean? Try to collaborate and just get out of PA for a little bit. Go to some other places where I can shoot outside, stuff like that. So yeah, I want to do some collaboration soon. Even if I gotta drive or, you know, take a flight just to get out. Just to get out, collaborate with some people, you know what I mean? Go shooting in some of these other states. Excuse me. In some of these other states. That'll be a good thing to do, you know. see some of my people's faces. You know what I mean? See some of the toys that they got. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. Fishkill area. Oh, okay. Networking is the key. Blake Show, what's going on? How you doing, man? Networking is the key. You got to network. It don't matter what you do. You have to network. I don't care if you're getting into business, whatever. You have to network. Oh wow, you up there in New York? Okay, okay. That's what's up. You do have to network though. You do have to network. It don't matter. It don't matter. Even when you're going somewhere, network. Ain't until a person treats you, wrong, then there's no reason why you should not be networking out there. You know. And then even if you feel like, a person is treating you wrong, it's best to just walk away. Because people out here these days, their mouths is reckless. Yeah, that's the best thing to do is networking. Networking. I know one thing I always say is you be around people who's, you know, getting money, getting businesses, doing the right thing, you're gonna do the right thing. You be around people who's broke, ain't doing nothing with themselves, you gonna be broke and you're not gonna be doing nothing with yourself. It's just that simple. I know a lot of y'all seen that. If you're around people that's not getting nothing, that's not doing nothing with themselves, not putting they all until what they supposed to do, then you're gonna be broke. But when you out there networking and you got people around you making moves, you're gonna want to make moves. You're gonna want to get money. You're gonna want to do what you gotta do. You be around people who don't have no good family ties around them, you're not gonna have no family ties. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. You know, people want to see you miserable. People want to see you miserable. If they not happy, you're not gonna be happy dealing with them. Like I said, I'm just getting into this, this I've been doing this YouTube for about 6 years now. 6 years. And years go past quick. If y'all don't, I know y'all realizing that. Yo, years is going past quick, 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 quick. So I've been doing this for like 6 years. And like I said, I'm trying to get into this monetized stuff. You know what I mean? If y'all got some pointers, let me know what I could do. Let me know how, this stuff, you know, goes. I've been reading up on it, things you're supposed to do, things you're not supposed to do, you know, stuff like that. You know, me, everything I've been getting it myself. You know what I mean? I'm not really worried about, you know, if YouTube gonna give me something. I can't sit back and worry about that, you know. So I just gotta do what I gotta do. Just like anything else. Just gotta do what I gotta do, and that's it. I really wanna know, like, you know, what people anybody went to the shot show? Anybody went to the shot show? I was looking at uh Carl Noir. He was talking about the shot show. Um, it's a good thing to go to, but it is a lot of money. going to there. It's a lot of stuff to do. People having fun out there, at nighttime. He said the first, what? It's always good to go the first 5 times. That way what to do when you get down there. The first time you go down there, you're gonna be overwhelmed with so much stuff going on at SHOT Show. I would like to go. I've been to Vegas before. Um, I would like to go see the new stuff that's coming out. Especially if you're into the 2A game. I know you want to see some of the new stuff that's coming out. One day I get there. One day I get there. I'm not in a rush, but I get there. I will get there. So I see I got like 5 people. I'm fine with that. If I'm talking to one person, I'm good with that. You know, leave a comment. Leave a comment. If you on here, leave a comment. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. If anything else to talk about, you know, let's talk. Let's talk. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. I'm on Instagram too. If y'all wanna, support me on Instagram, that's New York Tact TACT, 33. Go on my Instagram page. You know what I mean? We could talk about things on there too. You know, hit me up, you know, whatever the case may be. All I know is, if you just getting into the 2A game, uh, my advice is, you know, get like 1 or 2 firearms, train off of that. And then later on down the line, if you want to pick you up something else, pick you up something else. Don't just keep on buying firearms without training with the one that you're going to be carrying. Because once you keep on buying firearms, you're just going to keep on rotating, going to the range instead of, you know, training with your number one firearm. And that's the key to the whole thing. Getting one firearm, training with that, training with it. Now it's okay to go get another one, just in case for the home, you know. But you don't have to go out there and spend a whole bunch of money on firearms, and you haven't trained with the one that you carrying. Please don't get a firearm and just put it on your hip and don't train. Please, and be safe with everything that you have. Be safe with these firearms because accidents happen, and you don't want to find yourself in a situation that you can't get out of. So, they got the rules. You got your safety. Always worry about safety before anything. You know, if you can help anybody out while you at the range, help somebody out. Even though some people do get an attitude when you try to, help them out. You know, so it's all about safety, man. It's all about safety with this stuff. It's a tool. It's a tool, and it's not the tool that you go to first. Don't think that's you go to that tool first. No, you try to walk away. You try to walk away. Get out of the situation if you can. You know what I mean. Walk away from any bull, and you know. Now, if it gets to a point where you can't walk away and you're trying to walk away, and it comes down to that, it's either you or that person. It's either you or that person, straight up and down. I know somebody asked me, "Yeah, you got them firearms. Are you ready to, use it?" That's the first thing I thought about. That's the first thing I thought about before I even got a firearm. Am I, if it comes down to it, If it's me or them, it's not gonna be me. I deal with the consequences some other time. And if you can get a lawyer, make sure you got a lawyer. Because that's one of the things you can do. But it's kind of hard when you got people up here, talk about, they were gonna be your lawyer and then something happened and they nowhere to be found. So get a lawyer, make sure you do that. Make sure you work on your fundamentals. Make sure you be safe with your tool. Make sure you keep it out of, harm's way of people who don't even know nothing about it. And train, 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 train. That's my main thing with my channel is training. Train with what you got. I don't care if you just get a box. Go to the range and train. And don't do it every month or every 2 months. No, you got to go and train at least once a week. Keep that fundamental, down with you. Keep on, doing what you got to do, just in case. Because something happen, you don't know what you're going to do. You might freeze up. You might not. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that might happen. So train with what you got. Train and, just stay focused. Stay focused. There's a lot of stuff going on out here. Stay focused. Stay focused. That's what I got to say to y'all, man. That's the number one thing I got to say. Stay focused. Like I said, if y'all can help the channel out, whichever way, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. You know what I mean? Leave $1, whatever the case may be, anything, get on here, leave a message, talk to me. Everything is good over here. You got to keep a prepared mind, for sure. You do. I think when I go inside stores, Walmarts or anything, like, my head is always on a swivel, man. My head is always on a swivel. And then when I'm going out to go eat, I'm always looking at the door. When I go in there, I want to make sure I know how many exits it is, stuff like that. It might sound paranoid, but I'm not paranoid. These are things that I do. These are things that I do. When I go out, I look at the exits. I make sure my back, I'm watching that door, and I'm still having a good time, but I'm always focused. I'm always focused. When I come home from work at nighttime, before I get out the car, I look around, I see if people in their cars or whatever the case may be before I get out to go in the house. I'm always on point. I try not to get caught out, but sometimes you can't always be on point. A lot of people want to be in their phones or on the phone. Nah. I be doing this segment that I be doing. Why you mad, son? I be doing that. I don't know if any of y'all seen those little clips I be doing. I be doing those. People don't know having a good dog is a good thing to have. They know everything. They sense everything. That's your alarm right there. A dog will let you know before the alarm lets you know. Before your camera, anything. They know. They sense. So a dog is good to have, especially for the house. It is good to have, especially if you got a good dog. One of those dogs that somebody come to your house. Oh, you ain't even got to use what you got. You ain't even got to use what you got. Get a nice Rottweiler pit bull or something like that. Get a nice guard dog. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, sir. See, one thing about live that I know that they said you can't, can't be showing no firearms. Bad enough, I want to show some firearms, but I got some videos coming out. I just put out a video with the Glock 23. I was shooting today. Is up. You know what I mean? Y'all take a look at that and hit that like button. I like shooting 40 cal. I know a lot of people don't like shooting 40s, but I do. Like I said, if it wasn't for the price of the ammo, 40 cals would be probably number one, than 9mm. If there was the same price, I think a lot of people would be carrying 40s than 9mm. It depends on, what kind of ammo you got too. So, and I know one thing that I know, if you sitting there and you shooting range ammo, please shoot some of your self-defense out of your firearm. It's a whole different game. You'll see the difference between self-defense, low ammo, with your, range ammo is a whole different game between that and your self-defense ammo. The self-defense got a lot of more punch in it. So you don't want to be shooting range ammo and then something happen and you're shooting that self-defense and you you, you let go one shot and you like, oh shit, like what the hell? You know what I mean? I don't even know if I'm supposed to be cursing all out, but it is what it is. So please shoot your self-defense ammo too. I know it's a lot, that the ammo is a lot, but at least pick like 2 mags through your through your firearm with that self-defense. Just don't be shooting, regular ball ammo and just think that everything is cool. Put some self-defense in there, you're gonna be like, okay, now I see what New York was talking about. Shoot some self-defense ammo out of your firearm. Make sure that firearm is working with that self-defense. I'm telling you. Because you don't want to have no uh-oh moment. You don't. You don't want no uh-oh moment. Train at the house, dry fire. You know what I mean? Reloads, all that stuff. Just make sure that you don't have no ammo in the room. Your magazines is empty. Stuff like that. Dry fire is always a good thing. It keeps you on point. Trigger press, stuff like that. Do that while you home, drawing from the holster, putting that dot, finding the littlest spot on your walls, or making your own little, targets on the wall and just dry fire. That makes you, that will help you out. Make sure you got, extra ammo. Oh yeah, you still can find 40. You still can find 40. Yep. I plan on picking some up tomorrow. About 1,000 rounds tomorrow. Some nines and some 40s. So yeah. I was shooting that G23 today. That thing feels good. It feels good. It feels good. Who's still shooting who still got 45s? 45s is the 45s is the truth. 45s is the king. If you still got a 45, then you know what I'm talking about. I still love shooting 45s. That big round, that big round, yeah, that big round, that thing feels good. I like the G30 45. I like those. I like those because they not snappy. It's just a thump. You know what I mean? Feels good in the hand. They got the G21s. 13 rounds. Those is good. 45s. Yeah, G30s, man. I can't wait for them to bring out that that Gen 6. I want to see when they bring it out. I want to see when they bring it out. I see they got a I was looking, LA trading on one of these in one of these places, for 400 Skittles for a Gen 4. It only, comes with one mag. So, but I was thinking about getting that. G30s is nice. Them some good EDCs to have. G30s, if y'all don't know about them G30s, man, and y'all can get one in your hand, shoot them G30s. Them things is nice. Them things is sweet. Very good EDC to carry. Very good EDC to carry. So, yeah, y'all get them G30s, get it. Get it. Like I said, I've been on here trying to learn about this monetize. Go to the gift. I don't know what they're saying. Go to the gift page and get started. There's a lot of stuff that you know. I'm still learning with this monetization, this monetized stuff. Supers and gifts. I don't know. Y'all know something about that? Supers and gifts on this monetized stuff. I guess you could get gifts, super stickers, super chat, super thanks. Yeah, I was saying that to myself. I know one thing about PA is like if you know that you don't want to mess with nobody out here because people out here they they really they really got heat on them. So you really don't want to mess with nobody. So that's why you always gotta stay focused. Out here in PA, everybody got they got something on them. Oh, that's just ways to donate. Hey, it is what it is. Like I said, I don't know, what it is, how it work. Like I said, I guess I gotta read more up on it. Supers. You know, they got the super thanks. You know what I mean? On videos and shorts, super chat, highlighting messages and live streams and promos, super stickers, fun GIFs and live stream and promos, gifts, engineer and live streams. So yeah, okay. Now I see what it is. But like I said, I'm still learning on this stuff. I need to read more up on it. Like I said, I've been doing this for 6 years. So I'm really, just getting into it. Really just getting into it. So I really appreciate y'all, man. I really do. I really appreciate y'all. Um, like I said, if y'all can help out the channel, that'll be nice. I've been on here for, an hour. Like I always say, love is love, y'all. Stay focused. Um, I'm gonna do this next Friday um, around around 6 o'clock. I'm gonna do this live next Friday at 6 o'clock. Hope to see y'all soon. Um, like, share, all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, I really do appreciate y'all because can't do it without y'all. Can't do it without y'all. So it's your boy New York Tactical, man. And I just want to, give my thanks to y'all. My first live was a good one. Next week we're gonna talk about something different. Y'all want to come up, talk about something? We could do that. But this is a gun channel. Can't show no firearms, but this is what we're gonna do every Friday. And sun come up, I'll probably be up a little bit earlier. But love is love, y'all. Stay focused. Love y'all. Salute to y'all. Love y'all family. Keep on doing what y'all gotta do. It's your boy, New York. I'm out.